Zhu Youjian waited for a long time, but there was no prompt for the country's upgrade. Looking back at the pit holding the Bao zone. Yellow big thing. This thing is still the emperor? It was gone first. But it's ugly. Bao Zong's face is full of resignation. Who can guarantee that he won't eat it for the first blood? Then the Huai Lai Cheng incident happened. The Tamue Bao crisis. Please follow me to explore the palace. In the future, the state will be in chaos. Report from the front line. The Alaji army attacked Suanfuia Dong Huilet. Yang Ming. Long has not waited for 13 years. The route used by the wind cut off the retreat of the northern French army. And now the damage is not stopped at Tamue Bao. Blue enters the country. Please break off the relationship as soon as possible. What does Yu Shilang think should be done? Order immediately. Tune the song to return to the Grass Army. The officers and soldiers of various prefectures wrote the following. To prevent Lord Valabite from breaking the military pass. Lost for oneself. Once this was said, the hall of Fenrao was solemn and quiet. Looking intently at 1,000. What does this mean for mobilizing troops? The emperor's life and death. Only worry about design safety. In the future, it will naturally be a big trap. But deep in the dynasty, such words can be spoken. At least people are thrown to the ground. Bold in thousands. Your Majesty is on a mission abroad. It should be transferred to 13 provinces to help. Go to Qinhuang. And you actually proposed to send troops to Beijing. What is the meaning? As the most favored godson of the eunuch Wang Zhen, the hat-slapping method is naturally the same as the first car. Which one is the big buckle? Even if you kill someone, you don't need to live forever. Lian Zhuqiu was frightened. Youjian, you are so bold. Still not admitting my mistake. If His Majesty comes back, it will be your fault. Please order the troops to be mobilized. Otherwise the design is. Our ancestors meet together to find the true path. Your Highness. Youjian, this wolf ambition. The case involved collusion between officials and soldiers from various prefectures. It is better to stay close to Zhao Yu. The ministers are free to let him confess his party language. In the future, His Majesty will ask. It can be a great achievement. Not to be designed by Qiani. Don't think about this again. Zhu Qiu just doesn't want to get involved. Not stupid. At this time, let Wang Zhen do something wrong. County Hai Zongliang. Do I need a watch for my foot tracking machine? This matter was reported to the Queen Mother by the Hui army. The Queen Mother clearly saw that she was kind and understood. I want to ask you guys why you have been arguing for half a day. I'll just borrow a Zhongcheng. The good and the bad. You have to let me listen to some words. The Queen Mother said that Ziwi Earth Center. How is the center of the Earth? Care about what is shown on the disc. Ziwi's heart turned into a feeling. Queen Mother's son also didn't understand what she said. Seeing that all the ministers suddenly shut up, he also insisted on being tall. I am speechless. In fact, at this moment, all the ministers were looking at their pockets. He is not afraid of death in the world. You, Su Chen, are leading 9 people to die together. Boldly learn. Jingzes Hu De Ming Zhongshan involves separation. With the cord on the waist extension get heavy. The Queen Mother. Just now, the soldier was not suitable for the position of a man. On His Majesty's personal expedition, requesting permission to lead troops into the capital to commit an evil act. Su Chen was also highly respected for his theory of heart. Both of them are sincere. Please ask the Queen Mother to order these 2 to be imprisoned in Zayu. The cup will definitely reveal the party's language within 1 day. Output is positive and strong. Is this true? Have. In this case, just obey without asking. Send Su Chen and his 1,000 men into Zhao Yu and their coexistence party language killing Washi. Yu Qunyao's head turned as if he were dead. The cup is in accordance with the Queen Mother. Sudden. Who doesn't know whether to live or die? Next to the dragon jade, there is a pair of dragon robes on the house of the Khan. Each one is lacking in masculinity. Come and catch 4. Chicken shell. The Emperor Taizong is not hurt. The Emperor among men is not harmed. Zhen was injured many times by Yu Qianbing's Wang at the time of Wei. I'll leave it to the end so that you can recover from your injuries. Xiande sent out fighter planes and was furious. He already knew that Sun was greedy for Chuan. I can't get it to work again. Only Zhao Mao. But I didn't expect that I would be so enthusiastic. Leave it to future generations. Almost let the Ming King suffer from the delay of. Your Majesty, are you really back? You. Suandland fighter plane body a territory. The angry life was inexplicably calmed down and dressed up. You're really hungry, kid. He's catching up with your second mother. He is also a grandfather. I was wrong. I, Zhu Yuanzhang. The ministers and others met Tasia Jiaong 13 years old. Come on. The descendants of Zhu Qichen were confused and unrighteous. Slow center of gravity. Chaos in the court towards Hengsheng. This trip caused heavy casualties among our Ming army of 200,000. But Zhongshan design is not as good as before. What he did was in accordance with the righteousness of heaven and earth. Outrage. Abandoned status in a few days. Suddenly. Chen Yuqian iron script Chao Binggu lost Lang. Dowden dares to ask Emperor Taizhu. After the enclave, the army left the water. Lycan Wang Zhu Qichen became emperor. The swords of the Orthodox Emperor. Shenzhen International's new army moves west. Just go to the Ming Dynasty. Your Majesty, you can't do that. I am your favorite child. Don't come over here. I almost forgot about you. Dethroning Empress Dowager's son. Banished to the cold palace. Lifetime ban. One of the remaining feet. Brother. I don't want to go to the cold palace. Supermaster, Please take another look. My brother, please raise your troops with peace of mind. And buddy, as a demon god. Ming Dynasty. God yours. Traveling through the heavy needle of the late Ming Dynasty. Skills travel through time and space to summon group system. Just now Zhu Youjian, Lycan Wang Zhu Kijhen became emperor. 7 arrays come over. Great-grandfather. This is not the first thing to do. Do you know? See Wang Zhen's party language. Zhongliang, who was killed by Zhu Duo. Ordinary blood. With my strength. Then he was transferred to the front and was attacked by the army. I guard the empty places such as Suanfu. Reshaping border defense. Resisting the invasion of Walla. Chi Yuniu. Walla is also dead now. Fu Wangkai's army was defeated. Vala's wish flees with the wind. End of crisis. However, the 3 camps suffered heavy losses. 100,000 Yunming troops were killed and wounded. Also to replenish troops in time. Walla lost. Zhu Kijhen Lengzhu. I thought I was taking over a mess. As a result, the jungler knocked. These losses are within the acceptable range. And I am more pleased. Let you play. Immediately insert the finger to accompany the king's party language. Take Ma Shun out. Show your hand and lose the crowd. Ma Shun lost his soul and greed on the ground. The national military sports business. Get special rewards. Lin Lining Wusanyan drill ground. Zhu Youjian sensed a huge playground. Made in small world. Not in the matter. Suddenly I felt grateful. In this way. Solved a lot of unnecessary troubles. After the dynasties fought for their thrones.
现银储备大增，同时也应该推进改变。
The currency of the daimyo. Whether paper or the sound currency is a reform process. Senior year. Can I talk to my second child alone? Can. Since Zhu Laozi knew. This kid dares to mess with his father. He just looked at the conversation. Just get it out for the second one and it will be published. Otherwise, he would feel a little uneasy. How? You kid is not convinced. My son doesn't dare. You just don't dare. Not that I don't want to. Dad, you said that the prince was very. I should be free of effort. But it still counts. If I want to go to Wo country, I will. Who will be the one to unveil the title of this great emperor? Let the boss do it. Doesn't that mean you don't admit you said this? What Yanlong Zudi said. The evidence is very open. Medical matters. I have seen that Zhu Jiaoxu is not very big. Okay, then I know. What are you going to do? What else can you do? After conquering Wakuo, just turn over the country. It's better this way. The 4th. You guys. The battle of the soldiers is ready, right? Don't worry, Dad. Dad, you were really young when you were young. That's my second child. How old are you? I count the days. Woman thrown on the wall. You see. What do you say? When my father was young. Obviously quite even. Look at this nose and this eye. Does it have a nose and eyes? I'm going to throw you two against the wall. I have sex with you too. You can't. I want to talk to my dad about the results. What do you want to talk about? I'll talk to my dad too. The three of us will search the internet in our country. Discuss tactics. Go ahead. Let them chat. What are you in such a hurry for? Yes. Father. What are you two going to talk about? My stomach is evil. Hurry up. The two Zhu Jiaoxu have already. One person in court. One person is smiling at you. Still holding the shoulders. Little daddy. We both heard that the prince was very. The road should be free of profit. Little daddy. Think about it. In the back, people call you Emperor. Ming has been passed down through the ages for many years. You are worried that you will only be a web surfer. Or the useless piece of electricity in my country. Besides, wait until the distant ones hear the position. You were forced to eat all kinds of food for several years. Can you bear this? Anyway, I can't bear it. Zhang Wenzhu Jiaoxu looked at Xiao Zudi's shoulders. Still constantly looking for empty ideas. Now that you have an emperor, your words don't count. That's good. I'll find Yang Huangzudazong, right? Stop talking. Have you ever thought about? So, your father. If it weren't for Wu Chao, you two might not be here. This is my experience. Extremely unacceptable. Early. We'll see when the time comes. Anyway, the prince is not in good health. Grandpa Huang is in the future again. Saw your attack. You still have a chance. Yes. Let me say. Just ignore it and don't save it. After 10 or 8 years. I wish Mr. 2 legs and 1 knife. Every time you die. Right. Can't save it. Otherwise, Li Ziyuan will be the crown prince. By then, Grandpa Huang cut his legs. Taishan Lingqian Discipline Inspection Commission. You can't come to Hainan. It's all over. I quit. He asked me to quit. Which grandson? You put your voice out. Let us listen. What do they spread like tactics? These two from the 4th grade. Or not a good girl. Now Xiao Zudi is still very. Don't talk about rebellion. Just to overthrow him. I dare not fart. Can't be called bad. This is the Lord. Agree in advance. We can't be angry. No problem. It's just a matter of spreading children. There is a good wood. Zhu Youjian's ability to see traces of Yan Lao Zhu Di and Zhu Lao Si. I adaptation. May you two be blessed. Zhu Lao Si suddenly had a loud bang. The blind man accompanies the little. Dad, on the other hand, this isn't necessary. The three of them love to chat. Let them talk badly. Yes, Dad. It's definitely nothing good to hear. Are you working on the textbook? This dare not. Beating grandson. Let it go. Good. Zhu Youjian thought about it. Either do it or not. Or make a decision and start over. Then, the voice of the two Zhu Jiaoxuizhuo. Want to withdraw from the cloud. I heard that Prince Duoji. If you want to avoid profit. This sound is so clear that no matter how long it takes, everyone will wait for discussion. Prince Multipolar. Each prince. Dr. Zhu Biao Bar. Finished. On the young side, Zhu. Isn't it said that age makes gold? Old Zhu lowered his head. Take out 2 columns of Ngong Ming Huang Wang. The immortal is stuffed in his mouth. Lest you be beaten to death. Zhu Yuanzhang's face darkened. These 2 ignorant knight. Shi Qiao's fierce poke at him is against the spirit. Zhu Biao's classical Chinese is also influenced by plum blossoms. I am very reluctant. Second brother, you really have it. Dad, how do I feel? You are cute today.